Call.
Buchanan calls all in. How can he not?
Yeah, Buchanan did not have a marginal hand. He had top two, and he's now in great position to double up through Jason Mercier.
Mercier putting a lot of his stack at risk on the flush draw.
Can't even see the card turn. I hate this. I don't see it first.
Buchanan at risk. Turn card is a 9 of spades. Buchanan still good.
Buchanan indeed still a 3-1 favorite to double up. Mercier can knock out Buchanan with a jack or any club.
The river card now. And there's the club. Mercier rolled the dice, and he comes up golden and takes all the chips of Shawn Buchanan.
Sometimes Jason Mercier is a Stein box.
Buchanan goes away with his 4 bounties and a bonus for winning the preliminary table for a total of $80,000. With that knockout, Mercier's now tied for the bounty lead. He's tops and chips. He's the man to beat. Play underway at this final table. Matt Glantz, 5-bet all-in with pocket tens. Mercier, the original raiser, with pocket queens called to put Glantz at risk. Neither got any help on the flop. Turn card is a 9. Glantz has one more shot.
9's a scary card.
Mercier looking to take command of the bounty bonus. Glantz has to have a 10.
River card is a 5, and that will do it. 5 bounties for Mercier, knocking off the very talented Matt Glantz in 4th place for his bounties and winning his preliminary table. He wins $70,000. So another big chunk of chips for the chip leader, Jason Mercier, and he's now the bounty leader too. But either Sam, Stein, or Faraz, Jaka could win the bounty title if they eliminate the other remaining 2 players. Jason had a fantastic 2009 and is in great shape to continue his success tonight.
2009 was kind of like a roller coaster year. After the World Series, I realized that I had a decent chance to winning Player of the Year. And then just decided that I was going to play every tournament I could for the rest of the year and try to finish it off. I won 5 tournaments.
Winner is Jason, runner-up.
It's kind of surreal. I ended up Player of the Year. Kid just simply has no mercy. I think I've had to adjust my game. A lot of people have gotten word of how crazy I can play. Come on.
Jason has flopped a straight.
I kind of have taken it in stride, becoming more recognized and everything. I'm trying not to think about it. I won 1 tournament so far this year. I've been deep in a lot of tournaments. I feel like I'm one of the best tournament players, so I think that I could continue this success.
11 final tables, 5 tournament wins in 2009 for Jason, including a World Series bracelet and an EPT high roller event. Plus, he has a girlfriend.
Just 3 players remain here at this final table action on the King of the Hill, leader in chips and bounties, Jason Mercier, Queen 6 of clubs.
The 3 youngest players at this final table remain. Mercier's 23, Jaka 24, Stein 22.
Jason limps in for 2,400. Jaka with King Jack offsuit.
He was 5th at the NAPT Venetian Bounty Shootout. Guaranteed, of course, at least 3rd here.
The small blind he just calls. Sam Stein squeezes 2 aces.
You get dealt pocket aces once out of every 220 hands. You don't want to waste the opportunity.
And he's going to raise it to 7,900. Mercier with Queen 6 suited will join the party. Jaka.
What's the total?
7,900.
Stein's in the big blind. You know, his raise could just be saying, let me punish the limpers.
You got him out.
Jaka does get out of the way, so heads up Stein with his aces and Mercier for Queen Ace. Top set for Stein, middle pair for Mercier.
Stein knocked out Greg Raymer earlier in the shootout and got his signed fossil. Then knocked out Barry Greenstein heads up and got his signed book.
He'll have money to buy new baggage, I hope. 9,300 is the bet from Stein.
Stein hoping Mercier has something, or that Mercier suspects Sam is betting light.
Sam was not betting light, and Mercier does have something, and he'll make the call.
Is that an Ann Taylor top?
How would you even know who Ann Taylor is? All right, let's go to the turn card now. It's another 4, and Stein upgrades to a full boat and unbeatable hand.
Ace is full. I'm excited for him, Lon.
What will Stein do here? He's going to fire out 17,100.
Stein, again, with just about the right bet. He gives Mercier 3-1 on his money to call here. If I'm Jason, I'd call with my queens.
And he will do that.
Of course, Jason shouldn't be thinking like me. He's about to lose his money.
All right, here we go to the river. It is a deuce. No help to Mercier, who was already drawing dead. Stein will lead out again. How much can he get from Jason here? Stein with the full boat. Bets $36,700.
Mercier doesn't like it. But again, if he doesn't believe Stein has an ace, he's getting 3-1 on a call here. In other words, if he calls and has the best hand in this situation 1 out of 3 times, it's profitable.
I call.
With queens up, Jason makes the call and sees the winning boat of Sam Stein.
Jason double checks his cards again. Make sure he doesn't have quads.
So Sam Stein with a nice pot off the chip leader.
36-7.
Nice hand, Sam.
No, that time Sam had the goods, and he bet the right amount, put Jason on the right type of hand, and got him to keep calling.
Mercier still top dog, 3-handed at this final table. But with that pot, Sam Stein closing the gap. He now owns 324,000 chips. There is the championship trophy. Winner-take-all prize of $350,000 goes along with it. Mercier with ace-7 off.
How many stripes do you think are on that shirt line?
Dozens, I think.
It doesn't matter. It's his lucky shirt. I just can't count.
6,900 is the raise from Mercier. The short stack Faraz Jaka with ace-king.
Jaka's got no stripes on his shirt and not as many chips as he would like. Between 20 and 25 big blinds left.
6,900. 69.
All in.
Jaka will put all those chips at risk. Just over 71,000. Sam Stein now. 7 deuce, an easy fold. Back to Mercier. He needs 64,500 to call.
I call.
And he does to put Jaka at risk. And Jason will see he's dominated by Jaka.
Like serious bounty equity.
Jason didn't love it, but he does make the call, and Jaka trying to get back into it here.
This is a moment right here where we're waiting for it.
Could this be a double-up moment for Team Jaka? Here's the flop. 7-10 Jack. Mercier takes the lead with a pair of 7s.
Mercier's become a Stein box.
Jaka looking for help now to double up.
Not the moment they were waiting for, actually.
Turn card now. 9 of clubs. Jaka with a flush draw. Plus there's a gut shot on board.
If a non-club 8 comes, they would chop the pot with a straight on board. Jaka can win it outright with a king or any club. Otherwise, Jason Mercier will be heads up against Sam Stein.
River card is a jack of hearts, and that will end the night for Faraz Jaka. With his bounties and bonus for winning his first round, Jaka will go home with $80,000.
That was fun while it lasted. Jaka, a pleasure to watch.
GG, man. GG. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Meanwhile, with 6 knockouts, Jason has secured the bounty title, and now we're heads up. Mercier and Stein, 2 very talented players, but there's only prize money for one of them at this NAPT Mohegan Sun Bounty Shootout. It has come down to this. 2 players remain.
Nice hand, Sam.
Only one will be the NAPT Bounty Shootout champion. Sam Stein has collected more than bounties in this tournament and now has another top pro at his sights. Jason Mercier has already grabbed the bounty title. Now the defending player of the year looks to add another notch to his belt.
I'm not sure if that's what you're aiming for.
To the champion awaits the biggest bounty of all. It's winner take all for $350,000.
Good luck, buddy.
You can't argue with success. Mercier made 11 final tables in 2009, and here he is again. Stein made the final table at the NAPT Venetian main event, and here he is again.
2 very deserving players. There are the bounty chips earned by Mercier. He's looking to get 1 more. Jason, the chip leader right now, but Stein hot on his heels with $410,000.
It's often said in Heads Up, you don't play the cards, you play the man. I kind of think both are happy they're not playing Faraz Jaka, who was a tough man to figure.
Indeed. Mercier with 4 tray offsuit raises it up to 7,500. Stein with Jack and a 10.
We have seen Stein get lucky, but let me be clear, he's often made his own luck, and he has played quite well to get here.
He makes the call. So here we go. The flop is deuce 9-4 Mercier with a pair of 4s. Stein missed that flop. He's got jack high.
Both these guys cut their teeth playing on the internet, but these days Mercier prefers live tournaments, and Sam says he only plays online on Sundays.
Stein checked. Mercier is going to bet it. 9,500 with a pair of fours. Stein will make a statement here with a raise to 25,500.
Once again, Sam Stein has a plan, and his plan always involves pressure.
His check raise does put pressure on, but Jason will come along.
Jason says, I'm fine. Sam's got to be posturing.
Turn card, 8 of hearts. That's a third heart on board. Stein picks up an up and down straight draw, but he's still behind.
But that is a pretty good card for Stein. He can now posture with a draw.
And he will bet it. 38,000. And Mercier sees no reason to lay down, and he calls.
Jason again is a non-believer.
River card now is a king of clubs. Mercier's hand is best.
Stein missed it. Does he have a third bullet in his chamber? It might be a bottomless chamber.
He is going to try to buy it. 63.5 from Stein.
Give him credit. I mean, this would be a tough call. All Mercier has is second bottom pair. Stein has fired away. Jason can only beat a bluff.
Jason is squirming, but he reluctantly makes the call. And with his pair of fours and the heart of a lion, Mercier will win that pot.
What an audaciously nice call by Jason Mercier.
And Jason's girlfriend, Emily, has seen him make so many right calls over the last year or so.
That's the look of a man who just bluffed off 130,000 chips.
Well, Mercier has nearly a 2.5 to 1 chip lead right now, but as we look at the tail of the tape, they have a nearly identical VPIP and have won roughly the same percentage of hands at this final table.
The aggression factor is calculated by adding a player's raise percentage and bet percentage and then dividing it by the call percentage. You can see Stein has been a bit more aggressive than Mercier today.
Back to action. Mercier looks down at 7 tray off. He's going to raise it up to 10,000.
You know, if I'm Sam Stein, I've got to be thinking back to my heads-up meltdown against Tom Marchese at the Venetian.
Stein with 9-7 off makes the call for 6,000 more. The flop is 6-8-5. Stein flops a 9-high straight. Mercier is open-ended with a chance to make the same straight.
The missteps Sam made against Marchese have to be on his mind, but a flop like that can clear your head of bad thoughts.
Stein slow plays his straight. Jason.
Jason's going to bet his draw.
Yeah. 12,500. Sam Stein with a check raise to 34,000.
He waits no longer. This is an almost automatic call, but Mercier's drawn very thin.
Jason does commit the chips. 21-5 to see a turn card.
Heads up, Jason likes his hand with that flop.
Turn card now is another 8. Stein still in control. Jason got no help. He can only hope to chop the pot at best.
I doubt Stein is thinking check raise again. I suspect he'll lead out this time.
I think you're right, Norman Chad. Stein makes it 57,500.
Mercier virtually drawn dead now. You mentioned he could only chop the pot if a river 9 came. Jason hasn't made anything yet, but heads up with that board. This is a spot where you often like to semi-bluff.
Jason raises. Stein all in. Wow.
I call.
And Sam calls.
You have full house? No, I got a straight.
Stein poised to take control of this heads up.
And this could change everything at this final table.
I was trying to chop.
Stein comfortable that he can't lose the hand.
I don't know why everybody's standing.
That's the look of a man who just bluffed off 250,000 chips. They will only chop the pot if a 9 comes.
The river card is a tray, and Sam Stein will double up. He's the chip leader.
Nice hand, Sam.
That's not something Jason's girlfriend has seen often.
Sometimes they're young whippersnappers, and sometimes they're just nincompoops.
Sam Stein with a chip lead heads up at this NAPT final table. Can he bring it home? Back to Mohegan Sun and to what has been a memorable and exciting final table.
That's sick.
And recently, Sam Stein's good fortune has continued in heads up as a flush.
Absurd if you bluffed there.
And then a full house has extended his chip lead. Stein putting himself in great position to win this title. He has over 725,000. Mercier under 150,000.
Had like a weird vibe. You ever get that? I got the vibe that you got the vibe.